You're listening to Dr. Joseph Richard Campbell, the last free American. Just joking. It's me, Mike. Welcome to the last great rant. Yeah, it's been a pretty interesting week so far. Actually, it's really not, but lots of things going off in the news. I guess we have our first female to male transgender mass shooter, and then also got the same time we have that Melanie, whatever, the transsexual woman with the advertising for Bud Light. But I mean, man, we got a lot of stuff coming out of Nashville, the mass shooting, and then before that, Megan Hall, the trainee cop, get it? 'Cause she runs trains. Oh, sorry, that's bad. But yeah, there's really nothing going on these days. I think everything going on, but I was just watching a documentary, actually German television, Deutsche Welle, about like supermarkets and how that's playing into the world market. Man, you could really go off the deep end here with conspiracy theories, and it's getting really Orwellian out there. But I had no idea that last year in August Amazon bought Whole Foods. Not that I would know, because I can't afford to shop at Whole Foods. I never really bothered to go. I'm more of a Walmart kind of guy, and I'm, by the way, I'm not bragging on that one. Jesus Christ, the one near where I live is semi-safe, and by semi-safe means there's gentle amount of trash on the ground, and there's always some big obese woman yelling about where her child is and how I need to know about it, because it's like right next to my ear as I'm trying to get my bologna and Velveeta cheese. But like, there's a one nearby, I'd say near where I used to work in Tigard. I think it's like open till midnight, and I would not fucking, I would pack. I would conceal carry going to that one. I mean, I think I was just going in to get like some oranges one time or something like that. I forget, like 11 o'clock one time. And in the entryway, they have those like annoying, like the vending machines and toy machines for the kids or whatever. And there was like some skinny, cracked out white girl straddling the machine. Like she was hugging it. Like it was giving her energy. No idea. But I just remember on my way going in, seeing that. And then on my way out going, seeing that. And it was just, you just need to get, I'm just trying to get in the parking lot. It's dark. I want to avoid people as soon as possible. It's also the same one. I saw like some, angry black man complain to one of the workers, like Morgan Freeman with like, glasses, and just, it's not supposed to be this much. It's also the same parking lot. I saw a like a truck that had both a Confederate flag and an American flag, like above the windows on either side. But um yeah, it's very multicultural Walmart. But anyways, um yeah, it's just when I heard about this, they mostly focused in this little news piece. um it's out of Europe, because it's a German television uh series. But it's funny, I have to go to a foreign TV programming to find out about some interesting stuff over here in the United States. Over in America, there's happened to be some TikToker's ass crack hanging out. But I saw like there's some kind of like, it's a shopping cart that has sensors in it, and it automatically, just all you have to do is put your food into the cart, into the into the grocery cart, and it already knows, it prices it, whatever. And like, if you don't want it, it also knows when you take it out, and then you just pay, and you like put it back into the, at the entrance of the door where you get it. And then leave off, but it knows exactly where you are when you're shopping. Like, it knows your choices. It's basically the value of the information there as well. And then they switched over to like the supermarkets over in Europe and how they're failing to like compete. There's just the supply and demand. It's like the cost of everything's going up, and it's not enough to like keep the building open, like the electricity, and it makes sense. These things are like big airplane hangars, so they like I forgot the name of them. The one it was like one over in France, but they were like going to lay off like 3,000 workers, kind of give them a severance or whatever over time. But how Amazon has basically like dominated the market. They'll find something they'll invest in. It seems like it's really expensive, but it's the long term gain that they'll suck away from the competition and they'll just dominate the market altogether. It really is one of these like economic. This is why you go to business school and like they're patient. They have like 5-year plan of just fucking people over. And I don't care what anybody says. Like, yeah, it seems very easy and economic to, just, oh, I don't have to like, put it into go through the shopping cart, or I mean, through the, scanning area, just, or talk to anybody, the cashier. I just put it right in there and just, put it in the cart, and then, and it is what it is as you kind of go along. But, yeah, I mean, obviously, there's things around that too. Just obviously, you can just pick up an order. Since some places are just have automatic pickup where they have your order ready and they come out and they meet you in the parking lot. But there's some company in China that really fascinated me. These guys are way ahead in the future in a scary fucking way. They already have like 50% of their grocery stores is done by just online ordering, and the orders are put into these like small looking vehicles that drive and they're self-driving, and they just drive to the house or near the residential area, and then like somebody will come over there and you know uh it's like by the curb or whatever, and so you just go ahead and enter, and it has like a kind of like a tablet scan, menu or whatever, to see which part of the car you open this little doorway, and your orders there. Um, yeah, man, and then they had like shit. They were talking the hydroponics. They were showing their agriculture section and how they were making the food produce, how they're growing like spinach and everything like this. And when they were I was looking at the spinach, and I'm like, that's odd. And what's underneath? There's no soil or whatever. It's I guess it's liquid fertilizer. So it looks like water, but there's no. It's not water, and you can just see the roots. It's really fucking trippy, man. It's scary. Like there was a lot of things to it as well, but I mean, you know, what's even scarier is watching Amazon. I was watching some old episodes of Mad Men that I'd seen in a long time, but in between that, they had the ads on, and I saw the most horrific looking thing I haven't seen in a long time. I saw Renee Zellweger in some new like show. She basically plays like a Karen, like a neighbor of some like living in some cul-de-sac in suburban America. And holy shit, I did not even recognize her. I don't even know what the show's about, but it doesn't really fucking matter. But it was, I mean, look, Renee Zellweger was never really that much to look at. I mean, she remember that it was that movie, Me, Myself, and Irene, and like a handful of other shit, like what was it, with Tom Cruise, Show Me the Money, So I mean, um, yeah, but she looks. I mean, she's like the other blonde bitch with the fucking the squinty eyes, Jewel. If you remember her, like they both look like two women that like bit into a lemon and just got a sour face, and that's it for the rest of their lives. That's what they look like, But dude, it was one of those things where it's like her voice changed too. It was like really butchered. It was like seeing Val Kilmer in that new Tom Cruise movie. It's like, oh God, dude, I mean, that guy was a sex symbol too. Now he's like in a wheelchair. His face is all puffy and he looks like a radiated kind of rabbit or something with a buck teeth. And anyways, I'm not trying to pick a face. We're all gonna age. I'll probably be there myself not too long. But it was really an eye opener. I mean, this poor woman. I kind of feel sorry for her. I mean, this is one of these women that like had to suck Harvey Weinstein's small little dick to get like a part in a movie. I mean, she suffered enough. So I apologize, but it was just the way I did not recognize her, like her eyebrows, um, her voice, and it took me a while to like. I was like, well, why is it? Because when you're watching like an Amazon show now, the ads on, they repeat the same ad for something over and over and over. And God, I miss DVDs already. It's just, call me, you're crazy, but whatever. It worked. Sure, it would skip once in a while, and I have to like take it out and blow on it and put it back in. But I did not have this like orgy, this abortion of nonstop advertisements that just man, it's just like you're trying to go to sleep at night and you got like insomnia, and it's like the ads are just like you want something to like kind of fall asleep to, whatever. Just it's your account, but you're paying. What are you paying for? And then at the same time, I had the ad like, and then the ads come, and it makes me angry. I just want to like punch screens and shit. But yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look up. Yeah, I don't need to look at what she's in, but it really was like she looks like what my future ex-wife will probably look like. Let's be honest. But it really, man, it just kind of reminds me of my own mortality that I'm gonna get older. So that's what really hurt the most. But she was like okay looking. Like who might get a kid like that? That was definitely one of these kind of women that you would definitely be a part of. But anyways, yeah, man, fucking yeah, Supermarts and old Renee Zellweger. It's who saw this coming? This is oh man, it's all winding down really, really fucking fast. But uh, yeah, maybe some therapy in my future. Actually, the only way therapy is not gay is when it's court ordered, and I'm kind of seeing this to be the new future now. Is everybody's problems are we need to tone it down, guys. Even if you have some real life problems or whatever, I mean, let's remember a thing called shame. Can't we just keep it down to a minimum? I mean, there's some people I know in my life, mostly female women who like really get excited over dogs. By the way, anybody over like 30 years old and they're really excited about seeing an animal like a pet you see all the time, like watch out for that person. It's kind of crazy. But also, I've noticed people like when they talk about like, oh yeah, well I told my therapist the other day, like I don't do that. It just makes it awkward. I don't need to know that about you. It's yeah. I mean, there's something. It's like when women assume guys do certain things, like together, which we obviously don't do. We talk about like a girl or whatever, like fucking or whatever. It's like all you need to know is like, oh yeah, check this out. That's what I mean. Like on the phone, you're bringing up like, you used to date her. Like, oh yeah, that's my ex. I'm like, holy shit, what happened? But like, I don't need them to tell me the details of everything that happened. Unless it's really funny. Like, I don't know. One friend of mine said he like, on his birthday was surprised and said like, please go back to bed and I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and I'll put something back, put something on. And she came back on and she was like, had a strap on between her legs. And he was like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's a funny story. It's also very traumatic. Um, and nothing happened from what he told me, which, I believe him. That's true. But, okay, that's a funny story, but it's not, I don't, as long as nothing happened, you don't need a therapist for that. But but we don't need to hear yeah, I don't need to like hear the details. Maybe if it was like a threesome with like two hot looking chicks, but a lot of the time, I live in Oregon. The women over here is just, we're the home of the green hair, the blue hair, just, it's like that movie, The Last of the Mohicans, where the warrior chief of the Huron is trying to hunt down the British officer that fucked over his family when he was a kid. Or no, when he was trying to get married. And like, his wife left with another tribal chief or whatever, and all happened because of this, British intervention or whatever, and happened to be this British lord, and the guy keeps calling, yeah, he's like, yeah, when the gray hair is underneath my knife, he will finally, and his seed is wiped out from the seed, from the face of this earth. I will seek, that's when I have my revenge. That's kind of like, I kind of look from that guy's point of view, the Magwai or whatever that guy's name is, whatever, like that chief or whatever. The way he describes the gray hairs, the way I describe, like, the blue hair of Oregon, the wicked bitch that has the too many pretentious tattoos and piercings in her fucking face and won't shut the fuck up about her cat. And, has more than 2 or 3 Dreamcatcher tattoos on her body. That, she of tribal tattoos of a tribe she doesn't belong to. She's a white bitch from Jersey. It's that's really, that's how I kind of look at that, tribal love. That's or the fear, I have of those people. We all have to, like, yeah, in modern day, like, I fear coyotes, I fear being talked to by homeless people, and I definitely fear, well, I mean, actually it's better, like, I see blue, green, or purple when I see these girls and I see them walking down the street. It's like, to, like, just stay away, because there's nothing good could come out of it. Nothing. So yeah, okay, I do have a question out there. I was thinking about this seriously. Well, not really. Well, okay, so if you are into telling, like, if you're the kind of person that gets an argument with somebody and they happen to be a certain color, a certain race, like, you'll use that. If it's a black person, you might use a racial slur for that black person, right? And then if you're in a fight or in an argument with somebody who's Asian, the first thing that might come up to you is that Asian slur. And then it goes on to being, Mexican, Latino, and then, so on. And it can also apply to not race at all. It could be even, you know, midgets or whatever, or little people, whatever. But my point is, like, if you use racial slurs all the time in that situation, then if you're doing it equally amongst every race, does it really make you racist? Because it's really like two negatives make a positive. It's like it goes into the stratosphere. It goes around the whole. It goes around the Earth's solar system, and then or whatever, and comes back and becomes it comes back to the entry point. So it's like it becomes not racist. It's actually very rainbow flaggish in a way. It's very diversified. So, I mean, I'm trying to really enter the way of, I'm trying to go for the Nobel Peace Prize. So, and this is what I do with a lot of my times. I'm in the lab coming up with, like, racial jokes and seeing which ones stick, which ones are the funny or not. Um, it's not going great right now, but I mean, do you see what I'm saying? You understand where I'm going with all this? I've had yeah, and don't start to be like judging with me. Oh, you're Mike. You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. I mean, Kanye West is the leader of the Fourth Reich right now. Okay, nothing makes any sense. I'm my. So I was gonna say my blonde haired leader, my not even my orange look up to guy, Donald Trump, is got indicted on the 36 charges of these the indictment stuff over in New York, which I don't understand. Some of it I don't understand, like the one where the Stormy Daniels, where he paid off the hooker, or, oh, I'm sorry, no, porn star, whatever, fucking baloney titted bitch. No, it's like, but shouldn't she also be in trouble? I mean, they're both, the chicken and the egg, the hooker and the John, like, they both need to go to jail, whatever. the more and more I'm getting, the more and more I try to figure things out, the more and more I just get, boggled up. But you could be anything right now. You could definitely be, a middle-aged man and transcend yourself into a 6-year-old girl and then advertise for Bud Light. That's also kind of a new. I'm just trying to get my OnlyFans account just, hyped up. Nobody wants to see a. I'm hoping that somebody wants to see a pale, middle-aged Persian man, hairy, with wearing a diaper, or I thought everybody, I thought that fetish would carry on, but like, whatever, whatever. I'm also starting to look into my new um career as a Persian medium, which is kind of like it's a superpower I've attained, sort of. Like, it's not really like I can, if I put my hand on another, like an Iranian woman's hand, hopefully, occasionally meant to, I can see their what's going on in their life and see what's going on in their future. And sometimes I can do it with Mexicans too, if the weather's great, but only with Persians mostly Persians. So I'm just trying to, like, focus on that. Trying to get my job. I mean, trying to get my fingers in that market. You'd be surprised how many astral readers are out there on Facebook who are just looking to take the money out of your Venmo account, which um by the way, I'm not. I know with the racial thing, people are. I think people are looking at me as kind of like a more and more of a. Oh, you're an Andrew Tate defender. You're going to be one of these kind of guys. I really just don't care. I mean, we're going to have a really big time here with the politics coming up with possibly Trump being uh elected again in 2024. I don't think any of this shit with the indictment stuff or whatever. Was he arrested? I don't remember. I'll have to look that up later. But I mean, they did the impeachment thing. It's just nobody gives a shit. Even he goes to prison, it'll be like what? It'll be just a time. It'll be like a month kind of thing, and they don't understand. You can't take him out that way. He's not 100% human. Okay, he's got powers, and it's one of those things. If you look at him too long enough, he'll turn into stone. One of those you'll turn into stone kind of things. But um, yeah, I mean, just you. What else is in the news right now? It's mostly just mass shootings and dread and you know I don't know, or whatever. Taco Bell comes up with their new dish that's always the same thing, just with chicken, cheese, or meat or vegetable, and they make you think like, oh my god, it's brand new. It tastes like the Dorito shell or whatever. But I will say this: I have gotten a little embarrassed by going to Panda Express one too many times. Like, it's bad when you know the woman recognizes you. Even with a mask on, you're like, how does? Oh, right, the car. It's probably like, but it's it's not. I mean, it's really fucking stupid. I mean, it's really making fun of myself, but it is funny when she's like, this nice lady will say, "Oh, you here early? Yeah, $2. Don't Becker Children's Hospital. Like, yeah, $2, please." And I was like, because they usually ask you how much you want to donate, but I usually say $2, and you know, $2 might not be a lot, but add up the math when you go there. How many? I'm not going to say how many times I go there a week. It's really embarrassing. Look, I'm going through one of my hard spells right now. I'm not gonna lie. I've had my moments of you know I've been at the bottom and I've been at the top, and I'll be at both places, again. But this is one of the I'm really at the bottom right now. A lot of things, especially with this job, I really um thought it was going to be one way, it just went out to be another. So I mean, yeah. And by the way, I'm also working on transforming this thing. I just hear on YouTube or access to it. I'm going to find a way to put it on find a way. There is a way to put it on Spotify and iTunes and split up that way, but also looking at like, diversifying it, kind of spreading out to just doing kind of video stuff, but kind of like, more or less my own little commentary on other people's videos. TikTok is definitely one of those things I have to make fun of. It's right there. I mean, there's just so many tards out there to make fun of, and I'm being left out of it, and I need to step up my game in that sense. But I'll definitely be doing more of that, like the camera stuff. You'll see my enchanted looking face, probably behind some Blu-rays. Blu-rays. Sorry, Ray-Bans. I think I did have COVID once. I'm thinking that did fuck with my brain chemistry or whatever. But yeah, definitely going to put the kibosh on just doing video stuff with this audio. But you'll see. I'm going to put some more time into it, and going to be, if I'm going to have anybody on, I'll probably be friends of mine. But I am worried about, for them. Let me put it this way: a lot of the friends I have are better than me, both morally and financially. Some of these people have careers where they work at, like, they have doctorates and stuff like this, and PhDs and grad school, things that are way out of my understanding. And there's other people in mind that might not have that, but they're like, they got families and stuff like that. So, I mean, I kind of had an idea where I wanted to have some of these, I had some great ideas. Like, we were going to like rehearse like a scene from The Godfather and just make fun of that for, like, kind of, yeah, just kind of like, just for fun, just do kind of wacky shit. Or a lot of times just review other people's like food channels where, some obese white woman should know better. I'm just like, helping her out, getting closer to diabetes. But this is something I got to worry about my friends. Like, like once it goes out, I don't want them getting in trouble or something. Or maybe they'll like do the thing they did on Cops, where they just pixelate their face. You can't recognize them. I don't know. I'm always trying to think ahead of time, but I'm also, thinking about just, I don't care about my reputation. I don't have one. That's not, that has been a problem for a long time. And I'm at an age right now, I really could give a hairy ass fuck what anybody thinks about me. It's like one of those things where, I'm babbling too much right now because I've just, but like, oh, you fat racist bastard. I'm like, the fat part would hurt. Like that would, yes, I have a weight problem. I'm working on that as we talk, but also, some hair is approaching on my body. I never thought back hair would be a problem in my life. That is another thing. One day you just wake up and there's ants on my back, and then it's just like, now I got a garden back there. It's just, I got to prune it. Anyways, yeah, this is lovely. A lot of more content to happen down the road, and you can or not be a part of it. There'll be better videos down the road, I assure you. But again, like, subscribe, Amen, Holy Mary, Mother of God, praise Buddha, Allah, whatever gets me closer to like, that 1099 form and, making salary someday, I swear to God. Really, yeah, whatever.